Hi guys, welcome back to Breaking It Down with David, where we peel back the layers of what we think we know to expose what really is. Now, today's topic, it's deeply personal, deeply metaphysical, and definitely going to challenge your traditional lens. We're diving into Bible verses that have shaped my reality of the universe. But let me start by saying something bold. The Bible is not just a religious book. It's not just a book of commandments and parables. The Bible is both esoteric and exoteric. What does this mean? The exoteric Bible is the surface level story, the laws, the moral teachings, and historical narratives. That's what most people see. That's what's preached from pulpits and printed in Sunday school booklets. But the esoteric Bible, that's where the real juice is. That's where we find metaphysics, alchemy, astrology, physiology, and universal laws hidden in plain sight. The esoteric Bible is coded wisdom. It speaks in symbols, vibrations, and archetypes. It speaks to the soul, not just the intellect. And that's where today's verses come in. Because these scriptures I'm about to explore didn't just inform my spirituality, they reconstructed my reality. They helped me see that the universe isn't just physical, it's mental, energetic, and reflective. So, let's break it down. Ephesians 5:13. But everything exposed by light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light. This verse opens the door to one of the most powerful metaphysical truths I've come to embrace. The universe is mental. Light here is more than just sunlight or vision. It's consciousness, it's awareness. When you shine awareness or mental clarity on something, you see it for what it is. And once you see, you become that same. You embody the light. What's invisible becomes visible when you elevate your level of thought. Think about it. Before you learned to read, letters were just scribbles. But once the light of understanding hit, you couldn't unsee them. They became part of you. Just like in past episodes where we talked about consciousness as the projector of reality, this verse echoes that. What you bring awareness to transforms you. This verse helped me understand my reality is shaped by how I think, what I focus on, and what I illuminate in my own mind. That's metaphysics. That's alchemy. Acts 10:34. Then Peter began to speak. I now realize how true it is that God does not show favoritism. This hit me like a lightning bolt. We often grow up thinking God loves some more than others, especially if we've been taught religion in a colonial context. But metaphysically, this verse screams the law is impersonal. The universe doesn't favor you because you're nice or punish you because you're rude. Like gravity, it doesn't care if you're rich, poor, Nigerian, American, Christian, or atheist. If you jump off a building, it pulls you down. Period. Same with electricity. If you misuse it, it shocks you. Doesn't matter if you're a bishop or a baby, it's impersonal. So when Peter says God shows no favoritism, he's not just talking religious equality. He's revealing a metaphysical principle. The laws that govern reality are unbiased. Whether it's karma, vibration, or energy, it responds to your frequency, not your titles or rituals. John 7:24. Do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. This verse unlocked something huge for me. Reality is an illusion. We see what we are, not what is. If your consciousness is trapped in fear, lack, or ego, you interpret every event, every person, and every opportunity through that lens. You judge by appearance, but once you shift your inner state, reality changes. As we've said in other episodes, consciousness is the filter. Just like how two people can walk into a room and see two totally different things. One sees opportunity, the other sees threat. One sees beauty, the other sees chaos. Reality is subjective. It's shaped by your level of consciousness. That's why John 7:24 isn't just moral advice. It's a metaphysical instruction. It's telling you to rise above the illusion, to decode the deeper truths beyond what your senses tell you. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I bring prosperity and create disaster. I, the Lord, do all these things. Now, if this doesn't challenge your theology, I don't know what will. This verse was one of the first that made me start questioning the dualistic God most religions preach. A good God versus a bad devil, light versus dark. This verse says, I create both. That's non-duality. It means the creator is totality. It means that everything good, bad, up, down, birth, death flows from the same source. From a metaphysical lens, this verse is revealing polarity. Light and dark aren't enemies. They are two ends of the same stick, like a battery with positive and negative. You need both for power to flow. It's like something we will still talk about, emotional transmutation. Anger, pain, and fear aren't evil. They're raw energies. They're part of the same creative power. This verse taught me to stop demonizing contrast and start alchemizing it. Revelations 22:16. I, Jesus, have sent my angel to give you the testimony for the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. Let's go deep here. When Jesus says he is the morning star, that's a direct reference to Venus, the same title given to Lucifer in Isaiah. Wait, what? Exactly. This is not about Satanism. It's about understanding symbolism. Venus, the morning star, is the planet that appears just before dawn. It heralds the light. It represents the bringer of awareness. So Jesus calling himself that, it's not contradiction, it's alchemy. He's saying, I carry the light of transformation. I'm both the seed, root, and the result, offspring. I'm the journey and the destination. This opened my eyes to how symbols in the Bible aren't linear. They're cyclical, astrological, and multidimensional. John 10:34. Jesus answered them, is it not written in your law? I have said, ye are gods. This shook my foundations. Because if Jesus is quoting Psalms to say we are gods, what does that mean? It means we are co-creators. We are expressions of divine energy. temporarily wearing these bodies, navigating this dream called Earth. But here's the kicker: just like electricity, just like gravity, if you misuse that power, it doesn't care, it will shock you. Many of us are being shocked by life because we don't realize we're handling divine energy with no instruction. Just like gravity won't forgive you if you fall, divine law won't bend for your ignorance. That verse made me realize I am responsible for my creation. I can't blame ancestors, devils, or governments. I must rise to my divine potential. John 14:12. Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do these works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than this. This verse removes the pedestal from spiritual hierarchy. Jesus didn't come to be worshipped. He came to demonstrate and then say, you can do this too and more. To me, that's the core of Christ consciousness. He's saying your consciousness has the same potential as mine. If you align, you evolve. This verse completely dismantled the limitation I used to place on myself. It's the metaphysical version of saying you are the miracle you've been waiting for. But it also comes with responsibility. If I can do greater things, I must raise my vibration, still my mind, align with source. John 5:30. By myself I can do nothing. I judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just. For I seek not to please myself, but him who sent me. Powerful humility here. Even Jesus, the embodiment of divine consciousness, says, I of myself can do nothing. This is a return to divine alignment. When we act from ego, from separation, we fail. But when we act from attunement, we become conduits for divine will. We move mountains. This verse reminds me of a principle we will share in a future episode: flow states. When you let go and let the higher intelligence move through you, that's when true power manifests. This verse keeps me grounded. It tells me, David, you're just the channel. Stay aligned. Acts 17:24. The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temples built by human hands. This one freed me from religious boxes. God isn't a building. God isn't locked inside rituals. God isn't hiding behind robes and titles. This verse reveals the truth. The divine is omnipresent. In your breath, in your food, in your thoughts, in the stars, in Lagos traffic, in silence. It's like what we discussed in the Heart Brain Coherence episode. You don't need to find God. You need to become aware of God's presence in all things. This verse tore down the last wall between sacred and secular for me. Everything is spiritual. Everything is divine. These verses, they are not just scriptures to me. They are portals. Each one opened a deeper truth about the universe and my place in it. They taught me that the universe is mental, consciousness shapes reality, divine laws are impersonal, polarity is divine design. You're a God in training. Judgment comes from your level of consciousness. God is not up there. God is here now. If this episode stirred something in you, good. Sit with it, re-listen, reflect. Because sometimes the difference between bondage and breakthrough is one verse seen through new eyes. Until next time, keep seeking, keep asking, and above all, keep breaking it down. Thank you.